What's going on, guys? Just Seer here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to my YouTube spot, whatever it is, and all that other flying stuff. So, right before we get to what we're about to get to, I owe you guys a deep apology for being very inconsistent. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys for sticking with me and for getting me to 20 subs, which is not that big, but we're gonna grow bigger and bigger over time. But I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you guys for being very patient with me over time. Let's just say the last few weeks haven't been the best for me. It's been a lot of busyness and all kinds of stuff I've had to take care of. And on top of that, technology doesn't like me these days. So in that case, I think you guys can forgive me about that, can you? Leave a comment down below and let me know about that. So, yeah, I really appreciate that patience that you guys have in order to stick with me. I really appreciate you guys still sticking with me. But now, as I finally got things back under control and things back together, I'm gonna try to release as many videos as possible. But so the main reason why I wasn't being consistent is because my screen recording software had been acting up for like quite a while, and on top of that, my computer was also acting up as well, which is what really frustrated me, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And right now I think I got it back under control. I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out. So today what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be reacting to this video. It's called the top 10 most dangerous water slides in the world. Alright, so this is not what this channel is about, but for two reasons why I'm doing this. Number one, I haven't been on that many water slides. I think the only water slide I've been to was in Dubai, and that was like a long time ago. And on top of that, number two is because it's a short video and I just want to do a quick reaction to it, and I want to rewatch the footage in order to see whether the screen recording software is still doing a good job or it still needs some work, which hopefully it's doing a great job, because I do not want to go through another chunk of hassle again. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump straight into it. But actually, no, let's not jump straight into it. Let me just say a few things before we jump straight into it. So if you're new here to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I know I've been off the channel, but now we're going to get back on our grind. We're going to be as consistent with all the content as possible. And on top of that, you're going to love it here. So just make sure to be subscribed to my channel and turn notifications on. I will be releasing these many videos. Once again, I'm not going to tell you when, because you need to stay tuned for that in order for you to watch it with me and in order for you to catch up to it. So, with that being said, let's jump straight into the video.
List Jumbo. You might not think of danger when you think of water slides. In fact, you might assume that water slides are safe.
Yeah, I do.
But the water slides on this list will have you rethinking your assumptions.
Oh, really?
Here are the top 10 most dangerous water slides.
Oh.
Number 10.
Oh.
Insano, Brazil Beach Park, Brazil.
What?
The Insano slide is insanely steep and is located at the beach of Porto das Dunas in Aquarius in Brazil. The 41-meter high slide sends its sliders down a near vertical drop and into an exit pool below. The slide opened in 1989, and when it did, it was the tallest water slide in the world. The slide is not for the faint of heart, though. In fact, employees at the water park say that they enjoy watching the sliders panic.
Know this, guys, I'm afraid of heights, and a water slide that's literally that high is kind of giving me some virtual PTSD in my head. Actually, no, let's not say PTSD. Let's say anxiety. Alright, let's keep going.
At the top of the slide, and that they have even seen sliders cry while sliding. The ride is only 5 seconds long, but because it is so steep, some sliders lose contact with the slide and actually become airborne during the drop. Because the slide is so dangerous, sliders are instructed on how to ride the slide. They must remain on their backs with their arms and legs crossed. The slide, which gives a great view of the Atlantic Ocean at the top, is no longer the tallest slide in the world, but it remains the fastest, as sliders can reach speeds of a heart-pounding 65 miles per hour.
Wow.
Number 9. The Aqua Loop at Wet n Wild, Gold Coast, Australia. The Aqua Loop is a near vertical water slide that sends its riders down a 10-meter drop and into an inclined pool. During the 7-second slide, riders can reach a speed of 60 kilometers per hour and can experience a G-force of 2.5. The slide, which was designed by Whitewater West Aquarena, relies on sliders achieving enough speed to make it around the loop. However, not all sliders do. A woman sued the park for $400,000 when she got stuck on the slide. She was unable to make the loop and found herself stuck at the bottom of the loop. She pulled herself out through an escape hatch, but she experienced several injuries. Nonetheless, the Aqua Loop continues to be a popular, albeit dangerous, slide at Wet n Wild. In fact, the park itself is the busiest water park in Australia and the 8th busiest water park in the world. Thousands of sliders ride the dangerous Aqua Loop annually. Number 8. The Black Hole, Wet n Wild, Orlando, Florida. The Black Hole water slide is an inline tube slide located at what is considered to be America's first water park. Wet n Wild Orlando is owned by NBC Universal.
Doesn't that look like a
by the creator of
freaking alien spaceship?
George Millay. The menacing black tubes of the black hole look ominous, and rightfully so. The black hole has faced numerous lawsuits over the years, including a $1.73 million payout to a man who was severely injured in 1994 when he struck something during the ride. Part of the danger of the slide stems from the timing of the ride. It takes a 2-person tube 23 seconds to complete the ride. However, the staff is told to send people down at 20-second intervals. This does not leave enough time for people to safely exit the ride before the next riders are sent down, making it a dangerous sliding experience. Number 7. The Steamer Slide at Calypso Water Park, Ontario.
Canada.
The Steamer Slide at Calypso Water Park, Ontario is a dangerous tube slide that has repeatedly injured its riders. In fact, in 2015, Calypso Water Park was facing 20 separate charges from injured people. Riders of the Steamer Slide sit on a tube, slide through a dark tunnel, and then spin around a bowl. However, when the slide was investigated, it was...
It's pretty interesting. Hold on, let me focus y'all real quick. That's good. It's pretty interesting that literally all of these water parks have had a lawsuit against them regarding these slides, but that first one that they mentioned, the one in Brazil, I can't remember the city, but how come that never got sued, but the rest of these did, even though that was a little more scarier to me than these? Kind of interesting. Let's get back to it.
Discovered that the Steamer Slide had developed a buckle in an area of the slide that was causing the tubes to flip over. The Technical Standards and Safety Act, which oversees Ontario's amusement park rides, accused the park of negligence and of not having the proper equipment to ensure the safety of its riders. And although some of the charges were dismissed, the park was found guilty on 6 accounts, resulting in a payout of $500,000 in damages. The sheer volume of injuries attests to the dangerous nature of the Steamer Slide. Number 6. The Vertigo Slide, Aqualandia Water Park, Spain. The Vertigo Slide in Spain's Aqualandia Water Park is the highest water slide in Europe and the highest capsule slide in the world.
And how high?
The slide, which opened in the summer of 2013, took 2.5...
I saw in my time hop today that 6 years ago, I was in a cheap apartment, sitting on the floor, sending mailers to business.
...months to build, and stands proudly at 110 feet. The Vertigo Slide is actually 2 slides, the red slide being the taller of the 2. Sliders stand at the top of the slide on a trap door, which is opened by an operator who presses a button. Once the button is pressed, the trap door is released, and sliders are plunged down a 3-second slide where they can reach speeds of 100 kilometers per hour. The ride itself and the speed the riders experience is dangerous. However, the trap door presents its own dangers. In July 2014, the trap door failed to fully open, and a man was severely injured when he was sent through the partially opened trap door. The man and his injuries were attended to by park staff, but the slide was reopened a mere 10 minutes after the incident. Needless to say, This dangerous
That's
slide
stupid.
made headlines in the news as a result. Number 5. Cannonball Falls Action Park, New Jersey. The actual Cannonball Falls water slide is
First of all, why would people want to go on these water slides? I mean, y'all gotta have some serious guts in order to go up there, because this ain't that easy.
itself is not that dangerous, but at the end of the slide, sliders are sent on a 10-foot drop into the pool below. The fall of
10
Cannonball
foot?
Falls has resulted in countless injuries and was
That
plagued
doesn't
with
look that
problems
bad.
right from its opening. In fact, Cannonball Falls has the highest number of reported injuries of any water slide in the entire state of New Jersey. Sliders have reported shoulder, neck, and head injuries as a result of the 10-foot drop into the water. The park was actually told to
Doesn't
shut
look
down
that
the
bad.
slide at one point, but despite numerous injuries, the slide remained open and sliders kept on sliding and kept on getting hurt.
Of
Cannonball
course.
Falls is located at Action Park, New Jersey, which is notorious for its dangerous rides. It has been nicknamed Accident Park and Class Action Park due to the obscene number of reported injuries.
How are they getting injured though?
Number 4. The Scorpion's Tail, Noah's Ark Water Park, Wisconsin Dells. Noah's Ark's Water Park is a 70-acre water park with more than 50 attractions throughout the park. In fact, Noah's Ark is the largest water park in the United States. It is also home to one of the most dangerous slides in the world. The Scorpion's Tail is a menacing water slide where sliders are sent on a harrowing ride, including a 55-foot drop, a 70-degree angle plunge, and a 60-degree angle loop. When the slide first opened in 2010, it was the only water slide in the world to have full loop-to-loop and was the first upside-down looping body slide.
Hell
Although
nah,
it is not the
no.
fastest slide around, sliders do reach a speed of 30 miles per hour while on the 400-foot-long slide. They also wait in a coffin-like chamber at the start of the slide for the floor to fall out from under them. And when they do get to the loop, they are 27 feet in the air. The Scorpion's Tail cost $1 million US to build, and despite its dangers, it remains a crowd favorite amongst water slide enthusiasts.
How do people do that?
Number 3. The Leap of Faith, Atlantis Water Park,
Interesting name.
Bahamas.
Oh, that's in
The Leap of
Bahamas.
Faith is a beautifully constructed water slide that sits on a lovely Mayan-themed temple. The Leap of Faith, though, despite its beautiful setting, has been called the scariest water slide in the world. The Leap of Faith, which opened in 1998, consists of a near-vertical 60-foot drop. And as if the drop weren't dangerous enough, once the drop is complete, riders are sent through a lagoon of sharks. Sliders, somewhat safe inside a clear acrylic tunnel, are sent whizzing through the lagoon, where sharks approach the tube. Some sharks are literally only inches away.
That's a
The
no-go
sharks,
for me.
which are hammerhead and Caribbean reef sharks,
Oh, heck
swim
nah.
freely in the lagoon as sliders swiftly slide past, praying that nothing goes wrong with acrylic tubing.
Heck no, of course I'd be praying too.
Number 2.
I would be.
The Vertigo Schlitterbahn Water Park, Kansas City. The Vertigo, which is German for crazy or insane, was destined for fame when it opened on July 10th,
Felt
2014.
like my blood was going
It was the
high.
tallest water slide in the world at the time. The Vertigo, at 168 feet, cost a staggering $3.6 million to build. And although it did
Man,
achieve
that's a lot of
fame as
money.
the tallest water slide in the world, it also achieved infamy, as an accident on the slide led to the criminal arrest of the park owner. A 10-year-old boy was killed on the slide when his raft went airborne. Investigations pointed to a number of unsafe aspects on the slide.
Then
The
why is it
nets
still
surrounding
open?
the slide were deemed unsafe. The restraints on the raft were deemed unsafe. And the ride should have had an unstop mechanism installed to prevent rafts from going airborne. All in all, the Vertigo was a dangerous slide that did not meet safety standards. It was
Exactly.
shut down on August 7th, 2016.
Okay, well at least they
Number
shut it
1.
down.
The Cannonball Loop, Action Park, New Jersey.
Isn't that
A
the
park
same?
that is nicknamed Accident Park is sure to have more than one dangerous water slide. And although Cannonball Falls and its 10-foot drop is one of the most dangerous water slides on this list, Action Park is also home to the most dangerous water slide ever built. One look at the insane Cannonball Loop, and you can see why this water slide could pose several safety issues. Cannonball Loop, which was an enclosed water slide with a complete vertical loop at the end, has a set of disturbing stories surrounding it. Before the slide was officially open, the owner of the park reportedly offered to pay employees $100 to try out the slide. The employees suffered nosebleeds and numerous injuries while sliding. Furthermore, when the park owner sent a dummy down the slide, the dummy apparently came out the other side without its head. However, despite these massive red flags, the slide was still opened. Shortly after its opening, though, a woman got stuck at the top of the loop, forcing the park to install an escape hatch should it happen again. Needless to say, the Cannonball Loop didn't last long. It was shut down by the Advisory Board on Carnival Amusement Park ride safety after only 1 month due to safety issues. Clearly one of the most dangerous water slides of all time, the Cannonball Loop has slid its way into the top spot on our list of top 10 dangerous water slides. Check out my previous video on the top 10 largest avalanches, and remember to subscribe.
I do not know what to say, man. These are some really crazy water slides. So, like I mentioned earlier, the only water slide I've been to is in Dubai. There's a water park out there right next to that hotel, Burj Al Arab. It's called freaking Wild Wadi. That's what it's called. And man, it was fun when I was out there, and I went on all kinds. I just don't even remember what kind of water slides were there. There were like all kinds, and I used to have fun, but they were nowhere or nearly as dangerous as these. They weren't like freaking 10 feet or about, God knows, like maybe 50 feet high or so. And actually, I think there was one on the list that was like about 101 feet or so. Man, you gotta be kidding me. Would I ever go on one of these? No. Even if you would literally bet me 100 million, 100,000, or even $1 million, I am not going on those things. I would not risk my life. But one of those that I would definitely not go to is the temple. I forgot the name of it. So I'm talking about the one in the Bahamas with the sharks right next to that crystal tube. Heck nah, I ain't going nowhere near that. Sharks, I'm already afraid of sharks, and everybody should be too, so now that's probably not something I'm gonna want to mess with. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and rewatch the entire footage, make sure that everything was on point and it wasn't laggy and it's as good as it can be for you guys, okay? Like I said about before, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on. I will be dropping these bangers more often now. That's a promise. And on top of that, you do not want to miss those. I hope you guys are staying safe out there during these uncertain times. I hope you guys are taking every necessary precaution in order to keep yourself and your family safe. Together, hopefully things will get better sooner or later, and we'll continue to go back to the normal lifestyle we had before. And man, this was just out of the blue, but I mean, it was worth it though. Anyways, I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Be positive, and I will see you then.